All right, scholars, let's go ahead and check your work. So remember, now we're trying to figure out how much faster Mateo's time for the first lap than the second lap. Okay. So on the slide before this, you actually answer the question, hey, what did you have to do before you could do any subtraction? So you had this place value chart just like we had on our first try it problem. So let's fill it in. So if we look at our first number, which is lap number 2, I believe, we're going to put Mateo's time into this chart. So we got 25, which is in the tens and the ones place. Excuse my chicken scratch. And then 393 thousandths. So 3 is in the tens place. 9 is in the hundredths place, and then 3 is in the thousandths place. Remember, when you're reading the decimal, the place value of the very last digit is how you read the number. 25, and here's our decimal. I'm trying to make it. That's kind of weird. Let me undo that, guys. That looks weird. There's a decimal point there, but it's just so small. So I'll just try to make it bigger. There you go. 393 thousandths, because that's the final number in the decimal. So then we're going to subtract lap number 1, which is 24, and our decimal 138. What? That's right, thousandths, because that's the last digit in our number. So now what you have to do is subtract them both. So I'm just going to put a subtraction sign out here just to show that we are subtracting these two numbers. So the question, the answer you should have given for the question, what's the first thing you're going to do? Can I take 3 and subtract 8 from it? That's right, you cannot. 3 is not big enough. And what do we have to do if we don't have enough? If I don't have enough sugar, I can go to my neighbor and borrow. Absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to go next door and borrow 10 more. Y'all remember that from like 4th grade, I think? 3rd grade, maybe? So I'm going to borrow from the hundredths place. And now my 9 becomes an 8 because I borrowed. And then what I borrowed here, I'm going to add here. So now this 3 now becomes a 13. Okay? So the 10s that I took from the 9, I'm going to add it to the 3. So now I can go through and subtract, because every number on the top has to be greater than or equal to the number underneath in order to subtract successfully. So now let's go ahead and subtract. So 13 minus 8 is 5. Bam. 8 minus 3 is 5. One more time. 3 minus 1 is 2. 5 minus 4 is 1. And then 2 minus 2 is 0. We don't have to write the 0, but we can, just to show that we are complete. So we can just do that. But we don't have to write 0. Okay? And then remember, what do we do with the decimal point? That's right. Bring it on down. Boom. It goes on. That's kind of ugly again. Sorry, guys. Every time I try to make a dot, there we go. It gets ugly. So here is the answer to the question, how much faster is Mateo's time for the first lap than the second lap? And you would say Mateo's time is 1 and 255 thousandths faster. Okay, so let's read that one more time. I'm going to say it, and then you say it after me, and the last time we're going to read it together. So 1 and 255 thousandths. Your turn. Cool. Third time all together. Ready? Here we go. 1 and 255 thousandths. Awesome, guys.